everyone. I'm Sherry Soika, the 7th grade environmental science teacher at Nysmith School, which is located in the state of Virginia in the USA. I have some of my students here and teachers from Nysmith. Would you all like to say hello? And from the other class, they can say hello as well.
Hello, this is Peter Soika. I'm the co-teacher teaching environmental science here at Nysmith. And we have 3 other teachers with us here today. We have Jennifer Hogan, we have Allison Bolton, and Philip Stevens, who teach social studies and language arts. In the case of Mr. Stevens, he's multi-talented and teaches several other subjects as well.
Great, and there's some teachers in my classroom too. We have Ms. Chantal Ambonge. Hi. And over here, Mr. Saucer, a language arts teacher, and Ms. Gonzalez.
Hello. Good to see you.
We are so excited to be here today.
Same here. Please note this meeting is being recorded, and you can please use the chat box to please drop your name, your school, the name of your school, and the country that you're joining in from, the number of students that you have currently on the call, and then as the meeting progresses, once you have questions or you have comments, please drop them in the chat box. All right, you're welcome. So my name is Rejoice Ashibioju, and I work for Green Road Africa as the operations specialist, and I coordinate the EcoHeroes initiative program. You're all welcome. It's good to have you on the call today. Really, it's a pleasure to have students from across the globe joining today as we meet for the Intercontinental Knowledge Sharing Workshop. And just as Sherry was saying, she introduced students from Nysmith School, USA. It's a pleasure to have you here. Okay, so we'll jump right into the presentation. So please confirm if you can see my screen. Okay, great. Yeah, so this is so would I don't know, Precious, are you on the call?
Precious, you're muted.
Thank you, Sherry. Hi, Rejoice. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sherry.
Hello. Hello. Good to have you here. So, Precious, can you just give the welcome address and then?
All right. Thank you very much, Rejoice. So, yes, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It's great to have us here today. So, basically, we are here for the EcoHeroes 2022-2023 cohorts Intercontinental Knowledge Sharing webinar. And today we'll be having students from 3 countries across Africa. We have Rwanda, we have Kenya, we have Nigeria, present their projects, their awesome, amazing projects that they have developed and that solves socio-environmental problems within their communities. And they'll be sharing these wonderful initiatives they have created with the Nysmith School students. And I believe it's going to be a very lovely time, and I look forward to hearing the students share their amazing work and seeing the interactions between them and the students from Nysmith School. So yes, I'm from Green Road Africa, and thank you very much, Nysmith School, for partnering with us once again on this amazing Intercontinental Knowledge Sharing webinar, and thank you very much. So I hope we'll have a great time today. Thank you.
Thank you, Precious. My screen is a bit slow. Okay, all right. So I'll be giving a brief introduction into Green Road Africa. Green Road Africa kickstarted in 2017, and we've been in operation for about 6 years, and we have a network of about 1,500 professionals across the globe, and we've directly impacted over 5,000 young people across 26 countries in Africa through learner centers and on green skills training mentoring, and financing. And we also run an advocacy program. Okay. And so far, we have gotten awards from invite from the US White House, Pratt & Whitney USA Excellence Prize in STEM 2022, ESD Okayama Award, Japan 2022, and our partners so far that have been funding the projects that we've been working on, the EcoHeroes Initiative Program, the WWF, NAAEE, the Wells and Fargo, Pratt & Whitney, then UNEP, and it's been great implementing the EcoHeroes Initiative Program, formerly known as the Environmental Education Program. And Rwanda Africa implements the EcoHeroes Initiative Program to empower African youth with action competencies in applying classroom knowledge and skills gained in science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths classes to address environmental and social challenges within their local communities. Yeah. So the EcoHeroes Initiative focuses on learner-centered approach, co-creation, and hands-on learning to engage students and raise a generation of 20.
Second.
Okay. So the EcoHeroes Initiative employs a learner-centered approach, co-creation, hands-on learning approach to raise a generation of 21st century green skilled workforce who are skilled at developing solutions to 21st century challenges. Okay. So, all right. So currently in the 2022-2023 EcoHeroes Initiative cohorts, we have 6 schools that will be presenting their projects, and so far the EcoHeroes Initiative program has impact in more than 6 countries across Africa. Can you hear me? Okay. So basically the EcoHeroes Initiative educates and empowers students in secondary schools in Africa to identify environmental challenges and needs in their communities. Please, if you're not talking, kindly mute. Thank you. Conceptualize solutions by applying previously acquired knowledge from their STEM classroom, and gain hands-on experience while implementing their projects with funding, support from mentorship experts, and peer learning across other African countries. And then once the implementation phase is over, the student teams gather to share the knowledge gained during the project implementation, just as we are doing today at the Intercontinental Knowledge Sharing Workshop, where students gather together to discuss and share their the knowledge gained while implementing their projects in their different communities. And as soon as the EcoHeroes Initiative implementation phase is done, each student teams are upgraded into environmental clubs to constitute more members that would carry on the impact of the project that has been done. So journey so far, just like I said, the EcoHeroes Initiative, formerly known as the Environmental Education Program, has kickstarted since 2018, and we've had impact in over 6 countries across Africa. And for the I'll go to the list one. For the 2021-2022, we had about 50 applications from 50 schools in 20 countries. And through the implementation of solutions to environmental problem, about 1,269 students have been impacted, 6 families and 160 rural women have been impacted with various innovative STEM projects that have been carried out. And just like we are doing today, we meet with students across the globe to share this knowledge and to replicate what students do or have been able to do in their communities. Okay, so just like I said, the 2022-2023 EcoHeroes initiative thematic focus areas are the sustainable energy, sustainable aviation, and climate change. So each of the projects that were carried out in the cohort were focused on sustainable energy, sustainable aviation, and climate change. And we had over 1,321 students engaged from 50 secondary schools in 16 African countries. And the students identified various environmental problems in their communities and provided innovative solutions using their classroom STEM knowledge. But out of all the students that applied, we worked with 6 secondary schools from across 3 countries in Africa: Rwanda, Nigeria, and Kenya. And each of the team were assigned 5 advisors to guide them in implementing their project. And I'm sure we have some of our mentors, advisors today on the call, and I'm sure they would introduce themselves as soon as when the time comes for them to introduce themselves. So please, if you are just joining us, don't forget to put the name of your school, the country that you're joining us from, the number of students that or year that are joining the call, that you're joining the call with, and their gender distribution. Thank you. So so for this workshop, we would be having each of the 6 schools present their projects. And we'll have 84 TSS St. Charles School from Muzanze, Rwanda. Then we have Twinkle Star Secondary School from Makurdi, Nigeria. We have Kaimosi Girls High School from Kisumu, Kenya. Then we have Fruitful Vines College from Ibadan, Nigeria. And then we have AMKK3 College of Science from New Busa, Nigeria. And we have Imperial Boarding School from Umbomiri, Nigeria. So each of the schools will be presenting their project outcome. So if you have, as each of the schools are presenting, if you have questions or you have comments, you can just keep them or put them in the chat box. We have a section that we've assigned for questions and answers and comments. So I don't know if we have any advice or who have joined in before we go right into the school presentations. Okay, I can see Jolie has joined in. All right, I believe when you're ready, you're going to introduce themselves. So in order not to waste too much time, let's jump right into the school presentation. Yeah, so the first school who will be presenting today will be from Rwanda, 84 TSS St. Charles. Please, are you ready?
Yes, think so.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Susan,
Well,
can you hear us?
Yes.
Can you hear me? First of all, good afternoon. First of all, my name is Bernard Daishimie. I'm with my colleagues, as you can see, beside of me. They greet you all. So, actually, I study at the Fopeti in Rwanda country, exactly in the Musanze district. So now I can give a welcome to my colleagues so that she can introduce for yourself before starting for introducing our project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Tukunda Kenya. I'm also from ETFOP TSS from Rwanda. We're representing ETFOP school, TSS school, and we're here to present our school projects. We would like to start by programs identified. first of all, plastics, which take 100 years to degrade, are major global issues. I would like my colleague to explain that.
So, as you know, like the plastic bottles, they blend with clogging water or drainage system. And you can see when they flow into the ocean, into the river, they can cause a couple of issues, like for killing a marine life, as you know, so they are the one who, which must hinder the marine life to keep up. So, and also, you know, as a plastic bag has a contribution to flooding and low agricultural productivity as a result of like plastic preventing rainwater. As you can see, like, let's take an example. If the rain is raining, the bottle is somewhere, for example. So it will be a circumstance to the soil to get that rain. Yeah, that's in that case, the soil will not get enough rain as if it could be. So in that case, it will cause low agricultural productivity, depends on those plastic bottles. And for us, so we tell you about the outcomes we took, like the decision we took. And like according to how plastic bottles are not friendly of our environment. Just when you try to see, like plastic bottles are the one which causes the problem globally, like according to our environment. When you will see, when you ban those plastic bottles, they can cause air pollution, which is very, really circumstance to our environment where we can get bad air, like when it's released into the atmosphere. Thank you very much. So
thank you so much. Let's continue. In addition to, constructing a green water tank have helped to correct plastic bottles, which cause those problems that he have explained. And those bottles discarded everywhere in the environment and thus prevent different types of pollution caused by plastic bottles. So by using those discarded plastic bottles to construct water tank, we have contributed to reducing the number of bottles polluting the environment.
So yeah, when we decided that decision, like we took a decision for filling the bottles like with the soil or sand, so that you can use those bottles as a normal bricks. When we fill those plastic bottles, like they will be able to be used for constructing our green tank without using the bricks which we pass through from burning. Because you know, when we burn the bricks, like there are some issues. Yeah, there's some issues caused by the smoke from those like that's action of burning those bricks. For us, we look forward to have a couple of ways we may use so that we can cut those problems caused by the air pollution. Yeah, and also we decided to use sand, which cannot cause heavy problem as burning bricks they should cause those problems. So, and also by moving fast, when we filled those plastic bottles, we used like cement pile, and also we use some lobe which has 2 millimeters, so that we can protect termites. We can protect for having high resistance, so that they can be able to have to stay a long time. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. So for the description of ideas, as a country that aspires to green growth, Rwanda needs innovation in recycling and using plastic waste. And we have thought of idea of using plastic bottles to build a green water tanks, which can keep water from rain. As we are in Musanze, district, in Musanze there are so many volcanoes which attract the rain and at high levels. So by constructing those green water tanks, it helped to collect water from our neighborhood. Next, please.
Next.
Next. Okay, those are some videos and photos of us constructing that green water tank. Next, please. Yes, next.
As you can see, we're filling those bottles so that we can get the bottles which seems like normal bricks. Yeah, and also this photo you can see we started by preparing by setting the area or the side we may put our green tank. You can see just the toilet belonging to the boys. Before we did it, we had this problem of next. Next again. Yeah, just we have already started by yeah, wow. As you can see, this green tank, it seems like it has 3.5 meter cube, which can collect the water by using different actions. Before we did it, we never had the water for cleaning our toilets. But for the boys dormitories, they are the one they use for mopping, for cleaning the toilets, for washing sometimes. And now we don't have any issues. As we can see, when we have we used before I explain you the lot of outcomes, we used 700 bottles.
Next, please. Next, there we were corroborating the students in Ethiopia. Yeah. Yes, as you can see, we're mobilizing the students from Ethiopia. Yes, about our project, telling them how it will be done and the benefits of it. Yeah.
And about climate change, we use it to tell them about the hindrance we are coping up with. Yeah.
Next.
Next.
Yeah. Those are the process we used. We passed to build the green tank project. And now, please go forward.
Wow.
Next.
Next.
Yes, yep. There, just there. Yes, there.
There.
We have started by correcting used plastic bottles at Etefop and in Musan City. To replicate the project outside the school in the community, after we finished building the green tank in Etefop, we have planned to build more tanks around us or in our community. So the green tank is the solution. Yeah, the green tank is one solution that can be implemented by communities to tackle plastic pollution and water scarcity. So we would like support from you by in constructing those green tanks around in our community.
Okay, if we have a support, we can if we have a support for buying like a lot of bottles, like 1,000 bottles. We may construct like a lot of green tank in our community, even around the world. We can split out our project because it really does help so much. Because when we use it for that, like our climate, our environment is gonna be great because we are coping up with the emission released into the atmosphere. And also, if we have a support, as I said before, just we may construct a lot of green tank so that we may.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to end our presentation by thanking Green Growth Africa and thanking ETFOP TSS crew managers and by thanking ETFOP TSS Environment Club members. And thank you all for having us. And we would like to have some questions from you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Sherry, you have something?
Yes, we have a couple students who have questions. Mia is going to ask a question.
Okay.
So how strong is the water tank?
Excuse me?
How strong is the water tank? Is it like really strong and sturdy?
Can you remind me the name of the project, please? Please, can you please remind me about your project again? The name of your project.
Oh, can you repeat again, please?
Question.
It's not clear.
Mia is wondering how strong or how sturdy the water tank is, how long the water tank might stand, how long the water tank might last.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much for asking such question. You see, it's made of plastics, and as we know, plastics are not degradable, so it can stay as long as many years, and it can keep taking water from rain and until maybe, I don't know.
That's it. And also it can take a long time because when we use those bottles, they get from water instead of flowing away. For us, we collect them so that we can reuse them by constructing those green tank. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. We're very impressed with this project. It's a wonderful project. Very impressed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we have any other questions for them?
One more question. One of my students, Ryan, has a question.
Okay.
How did you come up with the idea of doing this project?
Come up with an idea.
Yes. How did you come up with this idea?
Okay, for us, like before we start, there's a training we had, and also we realized that we had this homework for searching anything we can do so that we can treat our environment. For us, we used our mind, and also how can we do it? So we realized that we may use we should use the plastic bottles and filling some sand and soil inside so that we may use a cement pound, and also we may make as a normal bricks avoiding the green tank. As you can see, is very, very perfect. As you can see, it will stay a long time more than the normal green tank. As you can see, it's amazing. Oh, I would like to.
Excellent, thank you.
You're welcome.
I would like to add something. Yeah, in addition to what he just said, we've got an idea from the trainings we got from Green Growth Africa and Nature Rwanda. And as Environment Club, we were motivated by an idea and started working on that project. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I believe that would be all for now. If you have more questions, please just keep them to the end of the sessions, the presentations, so we can move on. Thank you so much, EcoHeroes School. Thank you. I love that you are enthusiastic and excited about your project. It's great that you're doing what you did. Yeah. So we'll move on to the next. Okay. AMKK3, please can you unmute and present your project?
Okay.
Thank you.
Good day to you all. My name is Muhammad Bashar Jibril from Alhaji Musa Muhammad Kigera, the 3rd Science College, New Busa, Niger State. First of all, want to appreciate the effort of Green Growth Africa for giving us this great opportunity to participate in this project.
Good day, everybody. My name is Ramlet Saifullah from Alhaji Musa Muhammad Kigera Science College, New Busa, from Niger State. I want to appreciate the efforts of Green Growth Africa.
Okay, we can hear you. Let's go ahead. Hello. Hello, please go ahead. Can you hear us?
Then the Intercontinental Knowledge Sharing Workshop 2023, the project that we did is production of school bags from waste pure water sachet. The production of school bags from plastic waste, which is the waste pure water sachet. So the problem we have identified so far, the impact of the problem we have identified is the harmful impact of unabated saturation of used plastic waste, which is the pure water sachet in our streets and our drainages. This pure water sachet, the content that is inside the pure water sachet is water, and water is life, which is the reason why plenty people make use of the pure water sachet. And this pure water sachet can stay for almost 100 years without decaying. It blocks our drainage, it litters in our streets, which lead to water erosion, accident, and even collapse of building. So our project idea, our EcoHero project is providing solution to the problem of plastic waste, which is the pure water sachet, through recovering of the plastic waste, the pure water sachet from the street and sachet water producers. Then we upcycle them to school bags, thereby preventing it from littering the street, blocking the drainages, and saving our health from harmful impact of burning the plastic waste. When this plastic waste is being burned, which is the pure water sachet, it releases harmful gases such as carbon monoxide, which affect our ozone layer, that lead to climate change. So the project idea, 12 students makes up the team, and the project idea objectives: promotion of climate action through student and community sensitization, then promoting responsible consumption and production by working alongside producers of sachet pure water to prevent used pure water sachet from getting to the street, drainage, and from being born by collecting it and reusing it for school bags. We embarking on this project really make us to be responsible consumers. The way we consume pure water sachet and throw the sachet anyhow, now that we have embarked on this program of producing school bags with the pure water sachet, anytime we drink or consume pure water, we don't throw the sachet, it will always drop it, because we knew that the pure water, we have realized that the pure water sachet has use, which we knew that the pure water sachet, it has use. And also reducing negative impact of plastic waste, particularly pure water sachet on life below water, by recovering them from the street. Then highlighting and relating the impact of the carbon monoxide, the CO, which the students are learning in school, which we are learning in school. It is real life effect on human being through the burning of the plastic waste, pure water sachet, which I've explained earlier, that we burning the pure water sachet, or the people in the environment burning the pure water sachet, it reduces harmful gases like the CO, which is the carbon monoxide, which we learn in school that it is harmful to our health. We burning the pure water sachet, it release so many harmful gases, such as the carbon monoxide that affect our ozone layer. So reusing, upcycling, reusing this plastic waste, which is the pure water sachet, into school bags, such that what should have become an harm is turned to be a blessing and educational support to rural primary school pupils, many of whom take their books to school in their bare hands, with books and school items soaked with water whenever these pupils is drenched with rain. We embarking on this project, we have helped so many students in the rural primary schools, the student that does not have school bags, those students that does not have school bags, the student that used to hold their books in their bare hands to school. Whenever there is rain, these students are always drenched with water. And also their books are also drenched with water. So we embarking on this project as such, we have helped these students on their education. So our project implementation, stepping in to implement the idea. First of all, we collect the plastic waste with the pure water sachet from the street and pure water producing factories. Then we weigh the pure water sachet collected, and then we wash the plastic waste, which is the pure water sachet that we collected, and sun drying this plastic waste for 2 or more days. Then stretching and smoothing of the pure water sachet, getting it set for sewing on the sewing machine, then joining a large wide collection of the pure water sachet together using sewing machines, then cutting the larger leather form into different parts of the school bag and lining the inner part. We distribute these bags to the surrounding village. The next slide. The project activity using factories, street and pure water producing factories. The next slide. Weighing, this is the weighing of the waste pure water sachet collected. The total weight of bags collected is 12,200 grams, which involve 36,600 pounds pure water sachet withdrawn from the street and prevented from being burned, which will have affected our health if not withdrawn from the street. The next slide. Then sun drying the pure water sachet. You sun dry the pure water sachet for 2 or more days. after washing it. And then we stretch and smoothing the pure water sachets. Then we join a large wide collection of the waste pure water sachet together using sewing machines to make the leather for bags. Then we cut the larger leather form into different parts of the school bag and lining the inner parts. Then joining all the parts of the bags that have been lined together to form a complete school bag.
We can hear you.
After joining the part of the bags to form a complete bag, then our project outcome.
Okay.
A complete bag is made with 64 pure water sachets, which means a complete bag saves a total number of 64 pure water sachets from the street, which will have been a waste in the street and will also affect our health. Our next step is launching of EcoHeroes Club, admitting new members and initiating new projects, and then educating the primary schools benefiting from the school bags on the importance of proper waste management and climate action. And then we will initiate a local plastic waste deposit bank for school and community-based EcoHeroes project. Then we initiate the long-term recycling plan for the bags through a recovery process after the bags are used and worn out.
Thank you so much for your presentation, EMPK3 College of Science, Nigeria. And we'll just go into the question and answer session for your team. So please, Sherry, are you still on the call?
Yes, I am. I have a student here, Abby, who has a question.
Oh, great.
How long did it take to sew each bag or to sew each bag?
So she's asking how long it took to sew each bag.
Ma, we can't hear you. Ma,
Sherry's
please.
asking.
I'll put the question in chat.
So Sherry will put the question in the chat box. So just read it and then you answer the question. Did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how long did it take to sew each bag?
To join one bag take us 2 hours.
Ma, are you hearing us?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. 2 hours, right? About 2 hours?
Yes.
Per bag? Yes. It's very impressive how you collected so many bags and then put them together to make the school bags for the children. We think it's an amazing project. Very impressive. Yeah.
Thank you. We count it a rare privilege to be part of the schools and team participating in the EcoHeroes Initiative project. This project has really transformed us, impacted our thoughts, improved our knowledge and application of basic and theoretical science topics, and boldly to face the future. Renewed commitment to community transformation and passion towards social entrepreneurship. All of this is made possible through the support of Green Growth and Pratney and Whitney. We are grateful and hope to fly high your banner and investment in us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So any more questions for the team? Do we have more questions? Okay, Peter.
Could you tell us how many school bags you've been able to make, and how many, and whether you sold them or gave them away to local students?
We are able to make 150 school bags.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The second part of Peter's question was not answered. He mentioned, did they give it away or what did they do with the bags? So I think they can answer that. Thank you.
Okay, we distribute the bags freely to the pupils in primary schools in our rural areas. The pupils that does not have school bags, that go to schools holding their books with their bare hands. Are you hearing?
All right. Yes, we heard. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I think in the absence of no question, we'll move on to the next school. The team from Fruitful Vines College, please, are you here? Let me check.
While we're waiting for them to join or share their slides, one of my students asked how strong the school bags are. Like, would they hold several books?
AMKK, that's for you. Sir, did you get that? AMKK, did you get that?
No,
okay.
ma'am.
I'll put it in chat. There, I put it in chat.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Please, let's drop them. It's not only the Nysmith.
Bag can hold several books.
Sorry, what did you say?
Okay. We have one other question. This is Ronald. Ronald, what is your question? Yeah.
Hello. Could you find a way to make the bags more durable while still using plastic waste?
Answer it. Please, I did not hear what he said.
Sir, I think you can rephrase so that they can get the question better. Rejoice, are you there?
Okay. Yes. So, do you plan to make the bags more durable so that it can accommodate more heavy books? Did you get that?
You said?
So
the bag can hold several books and textbooks. It is durable. You can look at the sample of the waste pure water sachet.
Very strong.
It's very strong.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Any other question?
Okay, I think that they can. I think Ronald asked a question about how if they could make it more durable. So first, I think how they can explain it better is, do you still have a sample of the bags? Do you still have a sample that was not given away of the bags that you made?
Okay, this is a sample of the bag.
Okay, so I think you can give a demonstration of how many books can go into it so that they can understand. So if you have your books close to you, close by, you could just put it in the bag so that they could see a demonstration of how durable the books are.
Those are the books.
Put again. Let him
These textbooks.
Then you hold the
No.
Okay, so I think we can see that the bag is durable.
That's plenty of schoolwork to keep you busy.
Yeah.
You are not
Right. Thank you.
This is what it is.
All right.
Contains many books, including textbooks.
Put it back.
All right. Thank you
All right.
very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we just over to you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So I don't know. I think Fruitful Vines College. I don't know. I don't hear on the call.
So thank you. I have this question about this project.
Okay.
I'm wondering, like, what is the difference between the cost of normal bags and also that bags you have made?
Okay, AMKK3, did you get that question? What's the difference between the cost of your bags and then the normal bags that are being sold in the market or in supermarket?
If you want to buy bag in the market, is 4,000 naira. 4,000 naira plus.
Upward.
But this pure water sachet is free in our environment. Everybody consume the pure water sachet because it's 10 naira and everybody drink it in the environment and throw it away. It is free everywhere. It litters in our environment and our drainage is everywhere, is free.
All right, so that's about, you're saying that a normal school bag costs about $4 US, and then the sachet pure water costs less than $1, right?
It's less than a cent.
And a cent, right? Okay, that's cheap.
Here, there's a confusion. I know the sachets are not strong, and also I'm wondering how can you keep this? What is the product used so that those sachets they can be strong, so that you can keep something which which is heavy? Yeah, that's it.
Okay, did you get that? Did you get the question? AMKK3.
The pure water sachet is strong. The only thing we added to it is the lining and the Ankara to beautify the bag. But the pure water sachet is very strong.
Strong on its own.
There is no addition of anything. It's only lining and the Ankara that we use to beautify the bag. The lining, we put the lining so that we can prevent the transparency of the bag. That's all.
Question I was asking that bags in the project can't they be exhausted and they cause pollution in the environment? Yeah.
Please, we did not hear you. Can you come back again?
My question is this, that these bags you have already made, can they be exhausted in the environment again and they become pollution? Yeah. Okay. That's how long did they think they can last?
Okay. Our next step is that we'll be collecting the bags from the students
after they
have used the school bag for several years. We'll also collect the school bag so that and recycle it as our next project. Our next project is that we are going to be producing paving stones from plastic waste, which is we are going to make use of the pure water sachets. So we'll be collecting it back from them.
Which are already informed.
Which we have already informed them.
Okay, so I think I was a bit lost, but thank you so much.
Okay, sorry, Josh, should I brief you on this? So I think that I think the lady from 84 asked the duration of how long the bag can last, and then she also asked that what would be done to ensure that once the bag is or the bag gets old, that it doesn't also get thrown into the environment and becomes pollution. So AMKK replied that the bags, they have an arrangement with the school so that after the students have used the bags for a particular length of time, say the bags have, when they spoil or something, so they collect the bags back from the students and then recycle again into, I think they sell paved stone. So like their plan is that when the bags get old, they'll still collect them back for further recycling.
Okay, all right. So Sherry's
Okay,
asking.
Okay.
Sherry's
Yes,
asking.
over to you, Jess.
Sorry. Sherry's asking, how long do you think the bags will last? AMKK3.
It depends on how they make use of the bag.
Okay.
Okay, so is there like a time duration? Can we say for like, will it last up to 6 months, up to a year?
More than 6 months. I can say more than a year.
All right, all right.
More than a year.
All right. Thank you.
Sorry. So we'll continue from here. Thank you, people who are. We'll continue from here. So if you're just joining us and you have not introduced yourself or put the number of students that you're with, kindly state the name of your school, the country that you're joining in from, and the number of students and their gender distribution in the chat box. So I think students from Fruitful Vines College are not here yet. So
is the bag washable?
Oh, somebody has a question for AMPK3 again.
Yes, it's washable if they want to, but the bag is nylon. It doesn't retain stain. But if they like, they can wash the bag.
Okay. All right. Precious, we continue with another school, or should we just maybe?
Okay, I think we can ask them if they are ready, if they have their presentation slides, and if they are ready. So if they're not ready, then we can see what we can arrange for tomorrow. Okay. I think, what is the time? This is
till 3. Yeah.
Okay, so we can ask Kaimosi girls if they're ready today. So if they're not, I think we can still reschedule them for tomorrow, but they'll have a shorter time to present. So that is what it will mean.
Okay, so I think what I will do is that I'll ask them, and if they're ready, if they're not ready to present, we can just play a video, their project presentation video, and then tomorrow they would go ahead and present. Okay, should be able to
Hello guys, my name is Nysmith School. I'm from Kenya, Friends School Girls. Hi. I'm working on a project of making living fertilizers from plant cells. Have a look. Hi. What are you doing? So my name is Grandma. My name is Anne. So I'm going to show you how we created our fertilizer and how we have proven that our fertilizer is good for the plants. So we are going to start by the cultivation plant. Our friend Emma is going to help us with that. So first, we are going to make the liquor. We are going to pour it in our burette, and then we are going to titrate it to 250 milliliters of our chemical flask. Then after that, we put it in our small beaker of 100 milliliters. Then we spray it to our plants. The plants we have been using our fertilizer. 2 plants has been using our fertilizer, and the other plant has been using the normal seed conditions. So we are going to prove to you that our fertilizer is good and is
appropriate for the environment following the climate action SDG 14.
So the contents of our liquid fertilizer include banana, orange peels, water, and bioactivators.
Yes, and we also added some plant refuse like skumawiki. We also added some chicken manure and some powder for the solid organic fertilizer, which we put together with our soil. So the solid organic fertilizer is put together with the soil, and this one has the normal conditions. So as you can see here, we are doing this as a team. We are going to be treating the liquid fertilizer, then they'll be tested in the laboratory to test their pH scale. But what we know, they're already good in our plants. As you can see, the plants are very healthy, they are stable. This is as you know, our fertilizer has nitrogenous effect on our plants, whereby we know that all leguminous plants need nitrogen, so nitrogen fixation so that they can grow well.
So for the past 2 weeks, we have been applying our liquid fertilizer on this maize plant, and as you can see, it has really worked well. We have also used it in beans, in that bean plant, and it's also coming out well. But in this plant, we have not applied any fertilizer, therefore it has not grown, it has not germinated as it's supposed to. So we think that it is the best, and we are really proud that we are able to come out with such a great project.
Yes, and as per what than buying artificial fertilizers, where we know that artificial fertilizers are not good for the plants. So we have tried to solve one problem in our community by teaching them to make organic fertilizer, which is natural, and they can find all the materials in their farms. So as the EcoHeroes initiative, we think that we have done very well by solving the problem in our community, and we have done it as a team, and we know that our fertilizer is good for the plants. So this is a syringe. We usually spray 20 millimeters every day. As you can see, this is our bean plant. And also a point to add, our bean plant is mixed with the liquid fertilizer and the solid fertilizer. Yeah. So as you can see, the soil is dark, the texture, the moisture. Look at the leaves of the bean plant, green, the maize plant, but look at the normal condition of this one. It's not healthy, but our fertilizer is done well. So we thank the EcoHeroes for giving us the chance to be able to show them what small minds and young ladies like us can do, and how young ladies like us are capable of doing anything in this world. And as a team, we are going to continue to spread the spirit of EcoHeroes and doing well in the environment, right?
Yes. Remember, save the planet, there is no planet B.
Yes. So in the next video, we are going to tell you what's next. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. So time has really gone, and we're working with time. We're supposed to be like in the discussion session now, and it's great to watch your video. I'm sure people have questions already, and that they would like to ask you. and all that. But please prepare for tomorrow, where you're going to briefly present with your slide, since we already have like an idea of what your project is about. So from our end here, we're going to go into discussion session. Yeah, so Sherry.
Yes, hi.
Yeah, so I don't know if your students have any questions or topic that they would like to talk about as regards environmental education and what they've learned so far in climate change related topics.
Yeah, at our school this year, students are learning about the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And as we're studying them, we saw that many of the projects, the Green Growth Africa projects, the EcoHeroes projects, address the UN Sustainable Goals, such as climate action, good health and well-being, clean water and sanitation, and sustainable communities. So we are very impressed with these projects and how much they're doing for the environment and for health and well-being of people in their communities.
Great, great, thank you. Thank you so much. So I don't know if any of your students would like to talk about any topic, anything related to climate change, to sustainable energy, sustainable aviation.
Yes, students, would anybody like to talk about, we talked a lot about renewable and non-renewable energy and why that's important. Would anybody like to speak about that? Let's do Joy, and then I saw Abby's hand. I have Joy coming up. She has a comment.
Oh, great. Great to have you, Joy.
Okay, so first of all, we learned that renewable resources, they are ones that can be replenished over time and that we can, they can grow more of than that we use. But non-renewable resources, they kind of are limited, and we have to use them very carefully because they could become very endangered and possibly extinct. But also renewable resources, like trees, if we harvest them very quickly and start cutting down trees really quickly, they could become limited as well because trees take some time to grow. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Great.
Abby, I have a question for what my student. Do you think in America, in the United States, we should start moving more towards using renewable resources to supply our energy, or non-renewable?
I think we should move more towards renewable resources because it is better for the environment and it is a bit cheaper too. So it could be easy to harvest, but it will be hard to have so much of it that it can completely replace non-renewable. So I think that's another thing we have to work towards.
All right, that's great. That's impressive. Switching to to renewable energy rather than sticking with non-renewable energy here. Yeah, it would be a great thing if everybody adapts to using renewable energy and makes it something that we do frequently. Yeah, it's a great switch that would ensure sustainable development here. So any of
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Peter, you can go ahead.
I have a couple of students in our class here who would like to add something. Ronald, you first.
So to answer Ms. Soika's question, I think we should move towards renewable resources in the next 10 or so years, because even though renewable resources at this point in time are a little shaky and sometimes they can be a little unreliable, the non-renewable resources that we currently use the most of, we're on track to lose them and they'll be completely depleted within 25 to 50 years. So if we don't make the switch to renewable resources within like 25 years, then our economy could crash and it could cause like mass chaos.
Okay, thank you, Ronald. That's a good point. And Manvik, you had something to add too.
Yeah, so I agree with both Abby and Ronald because renewable resources like wind and solar, if we harvest that energy, we could be able to use as much energy as we use for coal as well. Coal, oil, they're all non-renewable resources, and we're gonna run out of them eventually. So if we don't make the switch soon, we're gonna run out of resources.
Okay. Thank you. Great points and submissions from each of the students. Thank you so much. It's great learning, and I hope everybody is also gleaning and also being transformed with this information. Switching to renewable resources, it's crucial at this point for the sustainability of our economy and the environment. So great. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Tessie. Sorry, introduce yourself. What school are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, it's okay. Hi, we are from African Child College, Nigeria.
Great.
Are you hearing us?
Yes, we can. Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. First of all, our project is the solar space. The solar stove is also known as a solar cooker. It's a device that uses sunlight to cook food, practically just to cook food and to do other kitchen. It's a kitchen utensil, but it's instead of using electricity or gas, it uses sunlight energy.
Sorry, we can really. You're not clear. We can really.
I said our project is the solar stove.
Okay.
And it's a device that is used in the kitchen for cooking or for heating of water. It doesn't use electricity or gas. It actually uses energy from the sun. So that to use and cook or anything. You can also call it a solar cooker.
Okay.
All right. Can we go for that? Can I go for that or that? Stop there.
Can you go for an alternative project?
What?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Should I go for that or I should not stop at the introduction of the project?
Oh, okay. You're trying to introduce your project.
Yes.
Okay. I think.
Sorry, can I come in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I think African Child College was on our cohort last year, and I think they worked on solar reading lamps. So I think they want to they're currently part of our EcoHeroes clause, because once our EcoHeroes schools are done with their projects, they constitute a EcoHeroes clause within their schools. So I think that they currently have an EcoHeroes club and they want to reapply for the next cohort, and that is their project. So I don't think you have to share it now, but you can definitely share the one of last year, which was on solar reading lamps that had to do with renewable energy, which had just been discussed. Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, African Child College. All right. So I think.
Yeah. Yes, please.
All right.
Oh, Sherry, are you still on the call? All right. So I wouldn't know. Can we still have the students? Can we take a screenshot before the students leave? Is it possible?
Yes. My students just had to leave for their next class, but I did take photos that I can share with you. I took some photos and video of the Zoom that I can share.
Okay, thank you. That would be, love that.
Thank you.
So we see all the teams tomorrow. Would love to have you on the call again tomorrow as the remaining teams in the 2022-2023 EcoHeroes Initiative Cohort share their projects. So thank you for making it today. I think we have come to the end today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.